Welcome to the channel focused on the researches of the Nag Hammadi library texts, as well as on the other ancient Christian texts and reconstructions of the biblical texts. Our channel is an English version of the Russian language website reconstructions.com. The website and the channel are created and supported by enthusiasts popularizing the ideas of ancient Christianity called Gnosticism and do not have any third-party funding. All content of the website and the channel is created and financially supported from our own resources. Therefore, we will be grateful for any support of the website and the channel. For all other questions and concerning the support, please email us. You can find email address under the video. Meanwhile, the Gnosticism still remains the subject of the ongoing disputes for more than a century. Alas, but understanding of this philosophical concept raises serious difficulties for those who faces it. Due to the complicated understanding of this philosophical concept, it was overgrown with all sorts of speculations, rumors, tales, and complete nonsenses, originating from the first clerical heresiologists as well as modern philosophers and theologians who defame and distort this concept. We try to present here this complicated concept with simple language as possible, referring on the authentic sources, excluding any reasons for fantasy and critical myth-making. Let us begin with our brief definition of Gnosticism. Gnosticism is a worldview system based on a philosophical concept postulating the matter. Our material world, objective reality, is nothing, non-existence, and antipodes of existence. The divine, ideal world, literally molded by an imperfect creator, the flaw, demiurge, who appeared as a result of a catastrophe inside the structure of existence, the ideal, divine world. Knowledge of the primordial belonging of a human being to existence, the ideal world, and the possibility of freeing oneself from a false worldview imposed by the structures of non-existence, the material world, is called gnosis. To awaken this knowledge, presented in a human being ad initium, as well to remember and accept it, means to find salvation. We believe these are common basic features for all Gnostic teachings that were overgrown with all sorts of myths, blended into mysticism and various religious beliefs, oftentimes up to the transformation of the concept into the very radical forms while being separated into various so-called Gnostic movements. One of the illustrative examples of such transformation is how the Gnostic postulate about three types of people was transformed, originally claiming that salvation is unconditional for all people. Putting off the moment of salvation derives from the acceptance of knowledge. Therefore, the Gnostics, as the followers of Gnosticism called themselves, believe there are three types of spiritual potencies in each physical person. Spiritual, to accept knowledge, so-called pneumatics; mental, to be doubtful, so-called psychics; and physical, to reject knowledge, so-called hylics. That's why to accept, to doubt, or to deny the knowledge is just the act of free will of each physical person. How this postulate was transformed led to claim that there are three types of physical people, not the spiritual potencies of each individual person. Thus actually led to the dehumanization of the physical people who are not capable or don't want to accept knowledge, and as a consequence, to devaluate its lives. Such transformation of the initial postulates allowed to talk about some Gnostic roots of fascism. And it's not the unique example of the unfair interpretation of the initial concept of Gnosticism. While it assumes those who accept the knowledge must try not to increase the sufferings in this material world overfilled with sufferings, while living their physical lives. However, this definition will not be complete without paying attention to that fact that a catastrophe inside the structure of existence was the catastrophe just for that part of existence that was involved in the process of creation flaw, demiurge. But in general, both existence and non-existence are united parts and one whole of the fullness, invisible spirit, as antitheses, filled with different meanings. Life is not life, and death is not death. The Gospel of Philip. They form the whole structure. Right and left are conjoined twins. The Gospel of Philip, where the constant presence of existence inside non-existence. Whenever you split a log or turn over a stone, you can find me there, Gospel of Thomas, creates the dark twin of Logos, who is Demiurge itself, as alter ego of Jesus Christ. Thus, existence comes to know itself through non-existence. So on this channel, we'll try to figure out this cobwebs to minimize the scope of myth-making and vulgarization of this deeply philosophical concept of Gnosticism. To get the more complete understanding of a Gnostic conception, we welcome you to sign up and look at all materials of our website too.